Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Aleister and today we will be reviewing Robin Hood. I was going to do Pink Floyd, but a stinky blue fox and some other furry foxes at my doorstep insisted I do this review. This opening scene is a book, so this is going to be a story movie. I thought we was going to see furries, not humans. Oh, you're the narrator. I do jest because I love this movie. So here's a song that started the 2000s hamster dance. Man, the 2000s were a crazy time. Not that much really happens here except a few animators. I was really happy about their animations. You see the characters walking, you get to see the names and the voice actors. Finally, the narrator narrates the story. So, we open up with a song about Robin Hood and Little John walking through a forest. Where have I seen this before? Nope, nothing. Anyway, the sheriff is getting ready to plot his ambush. Robin, you look way too happy about this. They escape in a tree. Sneak level 70. They bugger off, and Robin and Little John discuss the outcome. Apparently, the sheriff and the archers are getting better. After a bit of bantering, Robin hears the royal trumpets and makes a face like he's just got a really good deal on a not safe for work commission. Both Robin and Little John gets ready to see what they can rob. That chest is gold. It's here we get to see Prince John and Hiss. They are doing typical bad guy stuff. Their next stop is Nottingham. Oh, and there's a slight plot of Prince John being a mama's boy. We get a throwback to Jungle Book. Hiss is sent to his basket. I don't know about Little John, but Robin Hood really pulls off drag well. After Robin talks Little John into it, they set out their plan. Prince John is happy to see fortune tellers. Hiss tells them it might be bandits, but he's ignored. What do you know? They are bandits. They wave goodbye to Prince John. Prince John calls for Hiss and tells him he's been robbed. Wow. How do you get that good? Prince John tells the army to go after him, but due to the robbing, the chariot falls apart. Hiss pisses off John and he breaks his mum's mirror. Oh my. This goes into the mama boy slide pot. £1,000. Not bad. Here is the rooster again. Here we see what a scumbag the sheriff is. He follows Friar Tuck. Friar Tuck enters a blacksmith, and I really like the transition here. Friar Tuck gives Otto a small gift from Robin Hood. But the sheriff turns up and they hide the money. He opens the door and Otto tells him that he's an old disabled dog. But the sheriff tells him he's way behind on his taxes. Otto is disabled, but Friar Tuck goes along with he's just an old, poor, injured dog. The sheriff hears the jingle, and being like the current Labour government, has no issue in taking disabled people's money. Heck, he causes him physical pain to get the rest of the money that he was hiding in his cast out. He walks away very happy with himself. We now go to a small house full of rabbits. The sheriff bursts through the door and everyone looks like they've just watched the latest episode on how to catch a predator. This is Skippy, an adventurous little rabbit. It's his birthday and he opens the present in front of the sheriff. In a cruel move, he takes the money that his family worked so hard to give him. He justifies his actions by saying the family saves together, pays together. He tells Skippy that Prince John wishes him a happy birthday too. blind old beggar comes in. The sheriff uses a trick which all conservatives knows to steal all of his money. The sheriff buggers off. Mother Rabbit, seriously that's her name, tells the old beggar to sit down. He tells the family his old ears heard it was somebody's birthday. Skippy says it was, but the sheriff took off with his money. The old beggar tells him to cheer up and...
Good grief, it's you!
He's way too old for you, young lady. Robin gives Skippy a gift, his bow and arrow. It's not like they're going to lose any bunnies soon. He gives him his favourite hat. All it takes is for him to tell him he'll grow into it, and off he goes with the other children. Robin gives Mother Rabbit a small bag of money before putting back on his disguise. She says God bless you as she watches him walk out the door. Meanwhile, the kids are running and looking for adventure and to play with Skippy's new toy. They run to a grassland and Skippy shows off. Here we meet Tagalong, the bunny with the plush, this bunny, which is Skipper's sister, and finally Toby Turtle, which I'm going to call Bentley for obvious reasons. Everybody wants to have a go at the bow and arrow. This request is ignored. This bunny being the stereotypical sister you're doing it wrong, Skippy shows her by firing the arrow. It lands straight in Prince John's castle. The others warn Skippy about him, probably told by Mother Rabbit to keep her children in line. Skippy and gang ran up to the gates. The rest warn him about trespassing and Bentley demonstrates what happens to your head. Skippy still wants to go in there, but the rest tell him he needs to take the oath. I guess this is what the other children say to each other when they trespass on Prince James's property. Anyway, the oath is said. Bentley feels better for saying it, and Skipper gets his stealth on. Just like sneaking into Zelda's castle. Skippy sees two women playing badminton. One's Maid Marian, and the other is... Lady Clock. While they're having fun, Skippy spots his arrow. Unfortunately, the girls lost their shuttlecock. Skippy makes a quick dash to pick up the arrow and Maid Marian finds the shuttlecock. Skippy is caught. Skippy breaks down crying, not to tell Prince John and not to cut off his head. Maid Marian being the good guy, the good girl, you know what I mean. She reassures him she's not going to do that. Lady Cluck calms Skipper down by saying that he reminds her of the legendary Robin Hood. He calms down and talks about him giving him this real cool bro. They find out there's others and Maid Marian invites them in. The young one confirms this by saying she's awfully kind. They explain the situation. Maid Marian talks about knowing Robin Hood and shows the initials carved on the tree. Skipper plays a bit of pretend. If you watch closely, this explains a short summary of the next part of the story. Disney was geniuses coming up with this. Lady Cluck took the role of Prince John. A playful fight played out with Maid Marian being the damsel in distress. Prince John gets hit and the mama jokes pursue. Skipper Hood slays Prince John and she grabs the wooden sword and sticks it in her side. Skipper takes Maid Marian into a wooded place they dub Sheriff Forest. Maid Marian states that heroes usually give the princess a kiss. Skippy doesn't want to do that. This vixen wants a kiss whether Skippy Hood wants it or not. The group starts laughing at him for kissing. These elephants are everywhere. It's definitely ingenious for the time. We have a cameo from these children. These two discuss stuff, mainly discussing that Robin Hood will be there. And hissing in his ear is a common theme in this movie. Maid Marian is excited because she knows that Robin Hood doesn't want to pass up this opportunity. Robin almost goes full on FA mode after seeing Maid Marian. It took Little John to grab him to stop him. He puts the fake beak on to complete the stalk. To test if his disguise works, he tests it out on the sheriff. And it works. To be fair, it is a good disguise. Little John decides to do one better and fool Prince John. Hiss was suspicious about this rich knob that Little John was disguised as. Little John sits on Hiss, which he was not too happy about. Little John tells Hiss to get lost, and Prince John tells Hiss to scout out and keep an eye out for you-know-who. Hiss grumpily searches for Robin Hood. Friar Tuck and the Rooster think Hiss is up to something, so they try and follow him. He puts himself in the balloon in the most creative way. This little scouting plot happens in the middle of the action. Hiss looks up Robin Hood's skirt. The plot's not important. All you need to do is they capture him and stick him in some ale. Soon Robin Hood finds Maid Marian. She realises it's him with those eyes. The one that wins the game gets a solid gold arrow. Robin Hood manages to win this, even with the sheriff cheating. Robin Hood wins the game and Prince John gives the signal. The croc tells the others it's Robin Hood and Prince John has given the signal. Everything is going well until Prince John reveals it's Robin Hood on stilts. He gets bound and tied up. Yeah, like Todd drinking squirt milk scene. I am not going to show you it. Maid Marian pleads Prince John not to hurt him because she loves him. Prince John asks if Robin Hood feels the same way, and he does. Prince John tries to make an illegal move by saying the power of the crown. Robin Hood tells him that the crown doesn't belong to him and long live the king. This was met with the crowd cheering and agreeing, chanting long live the king. This pisses off Prince John and he paddies, before telling the executioner to kill him. Man, this is dark. Luckily, Little John has Robin's back. He orders them to untie Robin Hood. Robin gets freed. The sheriff's not convinced. He finds Little John and swings a sword that misses. With Prince John now free, he goes back to commanding his guards to kill him. Little John throws a sword at Robin and a full-on fight happens. They escape to Sherwood Forest. Prince John calls for Hiss and hears him in the ale barrel. He is drunk and tells him the stalk is actually Robin Hood. This makes Prince John mad and he ties him up to a pole. Then have this romantic bit with Robin and Maid Marian. Everyone's happy, makes a funny song about Prince John. When Prince John hears about this song, it makes him angry. Taxes go up, people get thrown in prison, time restraints happen, but Robin Hood at the end of the day saves the day. So that was Disney's Robin Hood. I actually like it. It's basically a Disney retelling, which is a furry love story if you think about it. It's got some pretty good art direction, and this is one of Disney's classics. I'm pretty sure a lot of furries loved this when they were growing up back, I think in the 70s to the 80s. And even probably the 90s, because I think it was on VHS or DVD. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I've been Aleister, and I will see you again soon, hopefully.